Hi everyone and welcome. We are just about to start, but let's give it another 30 seconds or so. I can see some people still connecting. We'll get going very soon. Okay, great. It looks like everyone has joined now. So welcome to our latest webinar. Today we're showcasing our latest summer release, Summer 23 release. It's our first webinar for a while, as our earlier spring update was more of a maintenance release. We always try to balance development of new features with fixes and functionality, optimizations of existing functionality. Just to introduce myself, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm Alistair Murray, the Director of Customer Success here at TargetRecruit. I've been with the company for 5 years, but have been working in the staffing software industry for nearly 30. Jeff Paquette is joining me to provide the actual demonstration. Jeff's been with the company a similar amount of time, but like me, has been in the staffing industry for more years than he'd care to remember. So looking at the content for today's session, AI is obviously a huge topic in every industry right now. So we've been looking at opportunities to embed useful AI features within our product. As Jeff will explain later, we focused on building a framework initially that can be leveraged to deliver future functionality with any AI provider, as we recognize it's such a fast-moving technology. We've also been mindful to address data privacy and security concerns relating to personally identifiable information. Our solution currently integrates with ChatGPT, as we felt that this was the most cost-effective solution currently available. Salesforce will, of course, bring out their own AI tool next year, but our feeling is that the license upgrade and other costs needed may be prohibitive for smaller or mid-sized companies. So we wanted to deliver a solution that was accessible for all of our customers. We're going to give you an overview today of how we've integrated AI into TargetRecruit and a preview of our future plans in this area, as well as presenting numerous other improvements to the product, including candidate and job search enhancements and WhatsApp integration. The presentation is scheduled to last around 40 minutes, and we'll have a Q&A session at the end. So please do ask any questions in the chat section as we go, and we'll try to get to them afterwards. Anything that we can't cover today, we'll follow up after the session. We'll also share the recording after the event for anyone who was unable to attend, or if you want to revisit any of the content. So that's it from me for the introduction. Over to you, Jeff.
Thanks, Alistair. Hey, everyone. I'm Jeff. I'm your other presenter for today. I manage the solutions consulting team for TargetRecruit. Been here for about 5 years, but in the industry for quite some time now. We do appreciate that you could join us, and I'm happy to give you some insight into what we've been doing for the past few months. We're going to review features, enhancements, and bug fixes from the new release, and I promise to make this short so everybody can get back to their daily activities. I'm not going to read through this whole list, as I do have individual slides for each of them, and we'll be bouncing in and out of the product for some additional visuals. But this is a quick summary before we move forward. I'll highlight the TargetRecruit CoPilot on the right as exciting news. This is our introduction of artificial intelligence, and I'll get into this more later on. The first item I'll mention is regarding the parsing. So we now have an automated naming convention of the resume. Instead of that generic TR resume title that was always popping up, it will now format with TR _ first name, last name, resume. So this helps in other areas of our platform where you're doing things like mass selecting documents or submittals, or just basically anywhere that you would see the resumes and now makes more sense and you know who they're for. Also, we've successfully resolved several of the parsing bottlenecks that prevented a smooth parsing experience. So resumes with special characters, long addresses, and other fields were causing records to either take really long or get stuck in the in progress status. So we fixed that, and now you'll see faster parsing speeds, more accurate extraction of data, and a better naming sequence as well. In the last release, the candidate search UI was made more modern. So we did update that to make it more modern. Now we've made adjustments to help make it more intuitive and easier to use. So I'll jump into the product in a moment to show this, but for now, a summary of the modifications are things like the ability to easily modify your quick filters, new selectable operators in the quick filter boxes, as well as being able to sort and save the columns. Before I jump into the system and show you this, I'll combine it with the new job match feature that we have. So we're rolling out a job search experience tailored for recruiters who do what I call reverse searches from candidate records. So this UI mirrors the candidate search along with those improvements to the existing filter usability. The hope is that the cohesive design will eliminate the learning curve and make it easier to implement as well. So a standout of this feature is the introduction of the job auto match. This will facilitate the automatic display of matching jobs directly on the candidate's record. So recruiters can now experience a more streamlined approach to matching candidates to their job openings. We've also introduced a range of operators that can be accessed through the quick filter, as you saw on the previous slide, in addition to the existing query builder functions. So recruiters no longer need to build those complex queries, and instead will be able to easily choose a different operator, such as not equal to or in between, and they could do it directly from the canvas. So let me jump over into the system and show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to start with the job match. So this is from a candidate record. You can control, where this goes. It could be a tile somewhere on this record. I have it set up as a tab. So when I click on this, through logic, the system's automatically matching this candidate to the jobs that are available within the system. And then I'll be able to click to review these or hover to see data, and then select and create them as an applicant. If I want to do more refinement, I could click on the search jobs. It will take some of that logic and create that search for me, but then I can come in here and make modifications. So as you saw in the screenshots, I could change these quick filters that I want to have from my personal settings. And the cool thing I like about this is you can now do type aheads. So you can see as I type account, or maybe I want to see a pay rate, or maybe I want to see expected start date, something like that. It's now a type ahead and it will show me the fields. Before you had to scroll through and select the field, which was a little annoying. So this makes it a lot quicker to choose your quick filters. Also, I was showing the operators, right? So maybe I want to do something like show me everything with every job title that now contains Java. Maybe I want to do Massachusetts. So I want to say, show me, I could do equals, or I'll just do contains in this one too. And then actually, you know what, let's grab stage. And I see I have one over here on the right that says filled. I could do something like get rid of filled, change this operator to not equal to, and then just rerun the search. And we have 3 positions that meet my specific criteria for Bobby. And then I can go through the process here of assigning to Bobby as well. So it's the same for the candidate searching. If I switch over to there, whether you launch it from a job or whether you've created a new search, you could come in here and do those keyword searches, but then these filters are the same as what I just showed you on the auto job. So I can choose what filters I want specific to the candidate search. And once I save these and apply them, obviously they stay there for the foreseeable future. And again, the operators, so if I did something like Spanish and I could say contains Spanish, or I want title nurse and I'm going to do contains nurse, or if you did equals nurse, it would be a little bit more strict. So I'm going to do contains, and actually I'll show you this. I'm going to do Mass and New Hampshire, and I'm going to leave it as equal. So you can put multiple values in these filters as well. So if I click on this, let's see if I have any data in here. I have 1 person. So probably I'm going to get rid of Spanish and rerun this. So you can see here on the column I have Mass and New Hampshire. It's pulling back everybody who has Mass and New Hampshire. I could change that to contains, and it will bring back more results because it's not equaling just Mass and New Hampshire. It would be anybody that has multiple states, including Mass and New Hampshire. So you can see it brings back more results. So again, on these, we've created these operators directly within the quick filters. So you don't have to go and click separate buttons anymore. And you'll be able to quickly and easily add new quick filters. And if you want to get rid of these too, you could do something like just X them out, right? So we'll get rid of those. Right, so hopefully that's helpful. The next feature, and this was particularly important to our Europe and Asia Pacific clients, as it can be pretty costly to use SMS between countries. So now they're able to interact with candidates using WhatsApp directly from within TargetRecruit. So this image shows a communication with a candidate directly from the candidate's record over here on the right. These messages could be a free text field, or it could be a template that you select. Also, if you need to see all of your WhatsApp communications, you can see the full list of exchanges within TargetRecruit as well. So you can archive messages, you can favorite messages, you can see just what's in your inbox. You can also use the search bar to search content within the messages. I'll note that this requires a WhatsApp business account. And for compliance reasons, you must receive candidate consent. So we do have we do have automations that help you for asking and managing the consent. Actually, let me jump over to the environment here for Europe and show you what I'm talking about. So I'm on a candidate record. And the way I have it set up in this environment is I have a separate tab over here on the activity section. So you can see, this is the exchange between Shyam and myself. The cool thing about this is I asked her to send me her CV, and you'll see here that if I click the CV, it actually will pop it up and I'll have a copy of her CV right from here. So it's cool that it brings it in and we'll attach it here. And again, you could do a free form, are you interested in a new position or something like that. Again, if you want to see all of your communications, you would just come to the WhatsApp object and you'd be able to see everything that's personalized for you. Again, you can favorite them, you could archive them, you can search chat. So you can search for names, or even, let's say, did you receive this? So we'll stick with did you. So, hey, did you receive this message, right? So I'm searching content rather than names over here. So pretty slick way of filtering through information, and then you can just exit out. So this should be helpful to our customers over in Europe and those various countries for Asia Pacific as well. All right, so this is a significant advancement in the TargetRecruit experience. So this feature provides users with real-time access to gross margin and gross profit insights. So leveraging TargetRecruit's time and expenses, users can explore precise calculations of gross margin and gross profit that reflect the time and expense captures. And they have an option to add burdens to the calculation as well. So this update extends across various dimensions of your operations, from timesheets and project resources to projects, placements, jobs, opportunities, candidates, accounts, and so on. So basically, the interconnected nature of the actual gross margin and profit calculations will ensure that each facet of your workflow can provide you with the information that will give you a broader financial context. So our vision is that this insight allows for a few things. Precise concentration of resources on high margin buyers, and hopefully amplifying profits because it allows you to be more strategic in placing candidates that have a higher margin potential. Not only are we getting better insight into gross margin, gross profit, but we're putting it in areas where it can be more actionable. We're also introducing a range of enhancements to refine your invoicing experience. The first is a new timing option on the invoice automation, and we're continuing to build this out to include things like 445, 980, and other options. The one you see here is consolidated. A big piece of this update allows you to store invoice recipients along with other settings at the project level. So you can see this is a project here. This means you can generate project-specific invoices and direct them to the intended recipients. It also now permits you to select distinct templates for invoices, timesheet attachments, and then email that content that differs from your account invoice settings. So now you'll be able to align invoicing materials with each project's unique requirements. Previously, and as some of you may know, invoice settings were limited to just the account level. So these new features are breaking down those barriers, and it's offering more control and adaptability for your project-based invoicing. The expectation is that these enhancements should simplify your workflow, especially while accommodating project-specific needs. CoPilot. Now, since I have a background in AI recruitment software, this is a part that really does excite me. We're thrilled to announce artificial intelligence into our product with CoPilot. CoPilot is our new AI framework. So the first feature that CoPilot is offering is the ability to generate job descriptions. So with just a couple clicks, CoPilot will craft comprehensive, tailored descriptions that match your needs and ultimately save your team some time from having to write them. I do want to point out what truly sets this framework apart is it's not limited to specific AI providers and models. So instead, it can easily incorporate other providers by adding specific adapters and services. So this means that as the AI landscape evolves, TargetRecruit's AI integration framework will evolve with it. So it's ensuring that you always have access to the latest AI technologies. And as everybody knows, this market is growing fast, and a lot of people are investing a lot of time in AI. So it will evolve quickly. So we felt this was critical to future-proofing the product as well. Okay, so I'm actually going to jump into the system again and just show you real quick. I'm going to create a new job. So I'll just create new job. We'll do something like, we'll keep it basic. We'll just say Java developer. Okay, and that's all I'm going to fill in. So it's taking from millions of aspects of data points and creating, oh, not yet. So I have to click on generate for CoPilot. So I just saved the job. And when I click on this, it gives kind of the prompt, and these were set up by your admin of what are what's the information that needs to be filled in for prompts to generate. Now I'm going to click generate. So as mentioned, pops up with the suggestion, gives you the chance to take a look at it and edit it. If you don't like it, you could regenerate it. But if you do like it, you can just apply it and it will update the record. So it now has that job description and the requirements for it. So you can make it as simple or as advanced as you would like with respect to that job description generation. Now that you've seen that, this framework is paving the way for a series of upcoming AI capabilities that we plan to release, all with the goal of accelerating sales and recruitment teams' work. So keep in mind that these are in upcoming releases and not this one. But to give you a sneak peek, we will be leveraging CoPilot for the following. So the first is automatically summarize candidate resumes. With this, CoPilot will sift through digital resumes and extract the most relevant information and present it in a concise format. So the goal of this feature is less time deciphering resumes and more time focusing on the candidates. The next one is generate interview questions. So CoPilot will generate relevant and thought-provoking interview questions tailored specifically to the job description and the candidate profile. This will help recruiters gather the relevant pre-screen data without managers or admins having to build scripts or forms. The other one is candidate summaries. CoPilot will craft candidate summaries based on both the resume and the job description for you to submit to your hiring managers. So basically, it takes the work out of the recruiter's hands when it comes to creating a comprehensive summary that truly, highlights the candidate's key qualifications that align with the job. So this should create more consistency in submitting eye-grabbing summaries to the hiring managers. And then the other one, the generate job descriptions, I just showed it to you, that's already within the system. So the other three are coming up in the next release. A few of the other enhancements and bug fixes, the search. We've made numerous bug fixes to the search, including column sorting. The heat map job viewability issue. So you'll now be able to see the job icon into relation to its location. The refined by error message and the disable candidate search keyword setting. So those were a few things that we did to the search. Parsing, as mentioned at the beginning of this webinar, we've addressed several of those bottlenecks that prevented the smooth parsing experience. So resumes will no longer get stuck in the in progress status. These fixes will be updated on the parsing server in production pretty soon. So please reach out to your support team for further information on that. Job applicant. This only affected a few, but the error of a job applicant status moving to hired if a related custom setting is blank, that's been resolved. So the status will no longer be updated if a placement's created and the setting is blank. Portal security enhancements. We've addressed a security issue relating to the candidate portal where in certain scenarios, the login URL could be copied and sent to another user, allowing them to display the portal page without prompting for login. This has been removed. Along with it, we've updated the reset password process with enhanced security features as well. LinkedIn XML. We've further refined our LinkedIn integration settings. So that's to provide a more seamless experience for posting non-sponsored jobs and allowing candidates to apply. This integration is now live and successfully working for several customers. So again, check with your customer service team if you have extra questions. Retain configuration settings on upgrade, exactly as it sounds. Personal configuration settings will no longer be overwritten upon an upgrade. And then disable package triggers. We have added the ability to disable package triggers to assist with the overall system performance. So if a particular functionality is not used regularly, you'll be able to shut off any automations from the package. So again, if you're not using them on a regular basis, you'll now be able to shut them off and it won't impact performance. And last here, a summary of some of our new partners. So a few of these we've worked with for a while, but we have new official partnerships and enhanced integrations. So I'll just do a quick summary of some of them. Great Recruiters, candidate experience and reputation management platform that allows you to capture real-time candidate feedback and elevate the recruiter's performance and branding. Cloud Call, it's a full telephony solution for business communications, has a click to dial, SMS, whisper and training modes, and a few other things. Pipe Launch is a pretty cool new product, also a Salesforce native tool. It's a data enrichment tool that connects to LinkedIn. It can also give you insights such as jobs posted by your accounts, tech that they use, news, and more. Wrapup, added primarily for our Australian market, but available for all regions. It's a fast, secure, and configurable reference check tool. CrimCheck, comprehensive and compliant background screening solutions. Job Robotics, data automation provider that syncs VMS and job boards with TargetRecruit. HR Employment, it's a full service screening and verification, does backgrounds, drug tests, criminal and court checks, reference and education verification, and does it in all industries. Verified First, background and drug screening, I-9, E-Verify, DOT reports, and identity services. Sales Bolt, a Chrome extension LinkedIn connector, also with additional data enrichment as well. Incense, geared specifically for staffing and recruitment. It offers marketing, SMS, NPS, candidate engagement, and chatbots, and I think a few more things as well. Pretty common in our space. But those are our new official partners with more enhanced integrations. And then I guess we're done there. So what I'll do at this point is I'll turn it back over to Alistair for any questions, and we can run through a Q&A.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jeff. Really comprehensive overview there, as always. Hopefully you'll agree there are some great new features there. The AI plans in particular are really exciting, and we believe they'll bring real benefits to recruiters. Obviously some of that functionality is available now with the job description, but the additional enhancements will be due pretty soon in our next release. We're phasing it in over the next few releases, but there will be some great new functionality in our next release, which will be due out next month. The quick filters operators, I think that's also something that really accentuates the usability of the candidate search. It's an area that's something that you could do with the query builder previously, but it makes it so much more easy and intuitive to be able to do it in the quick filters instead. A few other things to mention. You may have noticed in the handouts section of the GoToMeeting panel, there is the release notes. So you're very welcome to download those, but we will share those as well with the email that we'll send out after this meeting. If you do want to go ahead with the upgrade, then please email support@targetrecruit.net, just the usual support address. And we will then prioritize the upgrades. We do try to get all customers upgraded to later releases or the latest release over time, but due to the frequency of the releases every few months, we can't always upgrade everyone to every new release, but we try and keep people pretty current unless they have a particular reason not to want to upgrade. As this slide says, please share your feedback as well on this webinar to customersuccess@targetrecruit.net. And similarly, if you have any questions that you would like answered, that's the same address as well. Hopefully Jeff has now had a moment to review the questions. So Jeff, please go ahead and share what's been asked.
Yeah, thanks, Alistair. So I only have a few of them here. For the outage at the beginning, don't worry, we picked up where we left off, but we'll make sure to send you all the additional information as well. So everybody who's registered here will get a follow-up. There was a question around the WhatsApp accounts and would each office need their own WhatsApp account. I'm going to verify this, but I believe the answer is no. I'm pretty sure you can have one business account and have it across the multiple offices, but I will verify that and reach back out to you personally on that. A question around the quick filters and whether or not they can be set by each recruiter or if it's a company-wide setting on those quick filters. So this is referencing the candidate search as well as the job search, actually. Those quick filters, most of our clients will give each of the recruiters the ability to change those quick filters. We can make it company-wide if you prefer, but otherwise it's pretty much each user has the ability to change. Even the columns, from the perspective of what's displayed in the results, the columns can be changed by each of the recruiters as well. A question around the auto matching, if you can control the auto matching. So what I showed there was the auto matching for the job from the candidate to the job. We also have it the other way around, from the job to the candidate, but the candidate to the job is the newer one. So you can determine the logic behind the matching. Some of our customers do get very granular and have it produce like an extremely refined list then they'll expand on it with a search of their own by clicking the button and launching the search. Can our folks use WhatsApp from their phone? So they can leverage the WhatsApp business account that you have through TargetRecruit's mobile app instead of the WhatsApp app, because again, you want to contain that through your business account and have all of it tracked automatically within the TargetRecruit solution. So they would be on a mobile app. It would just be TargetRecruit's mobile app and not the WhatsApp one. So a question around the gross margin calculations, it's based off the actuals. So you do need to use the TargetRecruit timekeeping, or at least pull the information, be able to pull the info back in from whatever you are using. This is at the job and placement level, you'll have your associated burdens and costs for the job, as well as all of your rates that are associated. Then based on the actual time and expense captures, we'll do a near real-time calculation. So it's a few minutes delay. So it's not real time, but it's near real-time calculations. And then we'll populate that data in those various sections of TargetRecruit for visibility. So there's quite a few different areas in there where we'll expose the data for you. And then obviously it's also available for all of the reports. AI automatically generate. All right, so a question, if you remember when I was showing the generative AI for the job, the question is, do you have to prompt it, or can it automatically generate? So we could set it up to be automatic, so as soon as the job is created and saved, we could have it just automatically populate. However, based on volume, and depending on how many jobs you're getting in, so for example, if you have a pretty high volume, it could be taxing to the system to automatically do it. So you may want to keep that manual initiation of it. But we can always talk about potential volume and what the impact could be before making it automatic. Pretty basic one. What's the heat map thing? If you haven't seen it before, we did have a feature that came out, I think it was last year. From a job search, you were able to basically select everybody and launch it into a heat map, and we utilized Google Maps for that. So it basically gave you the ability to visualize the results in a Google Map. We have color-coded icons of the candidates and an icon for the job. So the issue that was happening was the colored icons were showing up, but then the job icon was not consistently showing. So we've resolved that. So you get the colored icons of the candidates, from the best to worst match, and then what's the proximity they are to the job. But now it actually shows the job icon every time as well. So it was a bug that we had to resolve based off of the longitude, latitude in the Google Maps. And that seems to be it for now. So like Alistair said, you have our contact info. We'll be in touch with everybody who's registered here. But if you do have any additional questions, feel free to email customer success at targetrecruit.net, or reach out to Alistair as well. Alistair, do you have anything else to add, or?
No, that was it pretty much. Yeah, just to say thank you to everyone for joining us. Hope you found this session useful. If you do have feedback, we're really interested in potential subjects for future webinars. We'd really like to tailor those to what our customers would find interesting. So please do share your thoughts on that. As I said, either to the customer success email address or just to me personally, if you have that instead. And the recording should go out tomorrow for anyone who would like to review that. So obviously, if you have any follow-up questions as well, then let us know. But if not, thanks again for your time and have a great day.